Christy has a heart that it's breaking now over the loss of a hometown superstar that never forgot her roots. And today that grief was personified by Selena's family during a private ceremony. Mourners held white roses symbolizing their love and continuing devotion.
You may wonder, as you admire the flower, if it will regain its vigor and lift its lovely head once more to the sky.
Those in attendance included Tejano music's brightest stars: Emilio Navarra, La Mafia, Grupo Maz, David Lee Garza, and even international legend Vicky Carr. Messages of condolence were sent by Rick Trevino and Julio Iglesias. At times, the service was virtually drowned out by a hovering news helicopter. Just one more reminder that the eyes of the world were on this event. Although the focus today is undoubtedly the funeral going on right now over at Seaside Memorial Park, there's still a lot of activity here, hundreds of yards away, as people do literally anything to try and get a glimpse of what's going on. But they tell me they in no way resent that they were kept out.
Well, I respect their wishes. I think it's okay. Everybody can't be in there.
It would have been too full. There's too much people. Everybody loved her.
The fans say they got to say their own farewells yesterday during a convention center visitation attended by up to 50,000 people.
At this time, they have asked that if you care to pay respect, if you would do it later in the week.
But today the goodbyes were private, and Selena's husband says he has no regrets.
Being the last night we were together, we said everything to each other. You know, I told her how I felt. She told me how she felt, and I mean, everything was just perfect. You know, being able to be with her right now would be. I probably wouldn't say a thing. I'd probably just hang on to her.
As Selena was buried, friends laid their flowers on her casket, and afterwards the roses that remained were tossed to the onlookers, the cascading blooms being Selena's final gift to her fans. Brooke Maples, Newswatch 10.
Today, fans remembered Selena as a gifted and loving person whose presence will definitely be missed. Margaret Carrillo talked with some admirers who felt they had to be there.
Friends and fans bid farewell to Selena, the slain entertainer who most say was the queen of Tejano music.
Gonna miss her. She was the queen of Tejano music.
Biggest loss to Tejano music. She was #1.
Those who traveled to the funeral site felt they had to be there.
Because I love her and I like her a lot, so I just had to be here for the last time.
Although security was tight around the funeral home, that didn't stop the persistent or the curious. Crowds have come by the hundreds because most say they just want to be close to Selena. They aren't seeing much, though many have brought their binoculars to try and get a glimpse inside. Some have even brought their cameras and their camcorders to record this moment in their history books.
To keep the memories, I've been recording everything that's been on TV and her specials, and I wanted to put this with part of it.
I've always carried cameras to all the concerts, and this one's really going to pay off.
Selena was laid to rest today, but her presence will continue to be felt in the city she called home. Margaret Carrillo, Newswatch 10.
While thousands gathered around the Selena's burial site, her family returns to the place they say really holds her memory. Today, Michelle Germano talked with Selena's family at the Tejano star's home.
Quintanilla weeps at his sister's gravesite, then returns to the place where she lived to remember happier times.
We stay up till 5:30, 6 in the morning, just remembering all the good things about her and trying to hold on to the memories. We go through her closet, we look at certain things and say, why did she wear this and why did she wear that? And
A.B. was his sister's backup and songwriter. He recalls the first time she belted out a note and then is saddened by more recent events.
It's a tragic loss, you know. Somebody as beautiful and talented, and of course she was my sister, you know, but it also feels good to feel all the love of the people of not only Corpus but everywhere.
Headlights are signs of fans' support. Sam Herrera was a friend of Selena's, showing his sorrow by wearing a yellow ribbon.
She was a genuine person from the very inner part of her soul. That's what she generated outwards. Little kids loved her, adults loved her. grandparents left her. She crossed all borders.
Hundreds of notes fill Selena's gate, but her brother says this outpouring of love can't replace what was robbed from their family and how the woman who allegedly did it should pay.
I know that she's been charged with murder. She shot Selena in the back, and she's going to pay for that.
AB says suspect Yolanda Saldivar is now a business acquaintance turned enemy, but hopes to put anger for Saldivar aside in the face of carrying on his sister's work.
Selena wouldn't want us to just dry up and wither. She would want us, just like if anything happened to me, I told her I would want her to continue singing for me.
Quintanilla is confident Selena's band and music will go on, but is also just as sure that a sister he knew and loved can never be replaced. Michelle Germano, Newswatch 10.
Formal murder charges have now been filed on the woman who allegedly killed Tejano superstar Selena. Yolanda Saldivar is being held at the Nueces County Jail in Corpus Christi on $100